My name is Krogsgaard Svendsen. I am a biologist from University of Southern Denmark. And today I'm going to talk about microplastic. Microplastic is categorized into two categories. One we call primary microplastic and the second we call secondary microplastic. The primary microplastic is microplastic that's into the environment that already have the size that is less than 5 millimeters or exactly 5 millimeters. They have that size for some kind of purpose and then they just accidentally enter the environment. And then we have the secondary microplastic, which is microplastic that enter the environment in bigger pieces and then in the environment, either be in the ocean or be just on land, it will degrade into smaller pieces. It is so slow to degrade in nature. It actually takes between 100 and 1,000 years to degrade, and it's because it stays so long time in the nature, it also increases the chances of ending up in the food web, and in the end of this trophic level is humans. The amount of microplastic in the environment is still increasing, and it has been estimated that for 2015 the number of microplastic will actually outnumber the number of fish in the ocean. Many animals in the ocean suffer from all this microplastic. It's not only the fishes and the marine mammals that are ingesting the microplastic or get exposed to it during accumulation in the food web. It's also corals, because this microplastic fibers actually it gets stung to the coral on the outside of the coral, and then the coral have to excrete mucus to get rid of this microplastic, and it actually takes a lot of energy for the coral to produce and excrete all that mucus, and it can actually be lethal in some cases because the coral just do not have the energy to fight off the microplastic, on top of climate change, on top of all the other problems that are facing the ocean today. It can be studied in many ways. So you can take microplankton samples and you can also study the sediment, like muddy sediment and sandy sediment. And actually, when I did my internship in Greece, where we were studying microplastic, we were taking this benthic animal and taking them into the lab and then see how much microplastic will go through the system. So what we did was we went scuba diving to collect sea cucumbers out in the wilds. And then we were taking sediment sample from where they lived, how much microplastic is there. And then we were taking them into the lab, keeping them there until they were pooping. Then we were analyzing for microplastic. Microplastic can be found many places in the cosmetic industry. Actually, it's found by the small fibers inside a mascara. It's found in product that contains glitters. It's found in face washes. It's found in many hand soaps and exfoliating products. The textile industry also uses a lot of secondary microplastic because you have all the fibers, even that it is even more polluting for the environment to produce a pair of jeans compared to a pair of spandex leggings. The spandex leggings is not innocent because they contain a lot of microplastic that will enter the environment through the washing. Microplastic is actually also found in a lot of bottled water. When you buy a bottle of water, you think, oh, it's healthy, but actually it has been found microplastic in it. Microplastic has a lot of damaging effect. It have like the bigger pieces where animals can swallow them, and they go through the digestive tract and down to the stomach, where it gives the animals a fake feeling of feeling full, like a fake feeling of not being hungry, so the animal wouldn't eat enough, and actually they can starve from this. And then the microplastic they enter the environment and they can go out in the meat actually. So when we consume, for example, a high trophic level fish, they can contain microplastic fibers in the meat that we eat, and we cannot even see it with the naked eye. And one of the many problems that is with microplastic in the food chain is that microplastic absorbs a lot of chemicals from the environment that then goes into the organism. Here's an example. If pregnant women are exposed to microplastic that contain phthalate, they are in danger of giving birth to male babies that have birth defects. BPA that is used, for example, in plastic bottles to make the plastic harder, it is linked to giving cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. It's used in so many parts of our life that we cannot really live without it, but a good solution would be to reuse and recycle the plastic, and keep in mind that actually 40% of all the plastic produced is used for packaging. So if we could just recycle the packaging, it will actually make a big difference. And sad but true, only 9% of the plastic worldwide is recycled today. Another solution can be a controlled biodegradation of the plastic, where we have microorganisms in a controlled environment to break down the plastic and produce energy from the carbon chains. Cycle and movement of microplastic around the environment and around tropical level and from one ecological system to another is still under investigation. The bottom line is that more research is still needed.